What's going on, guys? We are back with another ESL Challenger League match, and we have Limitless today taking on Legacy. How you doing today, Hollow?
Oh man, I'm excited for this game. It's going to be a it's going to be a game for Legacy. It's going to be an uphill battle for Limitless, and I'm truly excited to see what they're going to do.
I'm excited to see it too, because Limitless is going to have to come out here and click on all cylinders, which isn't something we've been able to say much of this season. But if they're going to take down this Brazilian juggernaut that is Legacy, they're going to have to be at their best, because Legacy has been one of the better teams in the league this season, and they've continued to show why they are climbing the ranks of the Brazilian talents and slowly trying to work their way up to the higher levels of CS.
Yeah, for Legacy right now, this is probably just another day at the office. They're going to show up, do what they have to do, but man, Limitless, I am actually scared for these guys. I'm sure they're going to come in here and give it their all, but what can they do?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's just a tough task. You're coming in against a team that is completely clicking on all cylinders. They feel good, they're comfortable, they're shooting their guns. And when you look at the side of Limitless, I mean, they just dropped a map recently to Take Flight, which is a team that is lower on the totem pole than them. And when you think about both of those teams combined have only won 6 maps this entire season. And that's why it's such an uphill battle, because you're coming in and you're playing a team that is going to shoot back. It's not a matter if a team is going to be consistent or not, but Legacy is going to come out here and be consistent. And I want to know, Hollow, I mean, looking at these standings, do you have any hope here with Limitless sitting at 4-18? Is there any hope here that they could potentially snag them out?
They're almost tied for last place with Take Flight right now, and that's saying a lot. From the 3rd seed spot, listen, anything's impossible. It is a best of 1, right? So anything can happen. They can get both pistols. They can do something crazy. So I won't give them, I won't just shut them out right now. But it's going to be a tough game. And if they do win this, it's going to be at least either an overtime game or they're going to have to pull something tricky out. But for Legacy side, this might be like a 13-5, 13-4 game.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at Legacy 19-3. They have not struggled at all, much of at all this season, and have continued to just show why we're giving them such plaudits. I mean, they are now slightly inching above in 22 matches. To take 19 maps is quite insane. And on the other side of that, sitting at 4-18, I mean, you kind of need a wish and a prayer. I'm not even going to lie to you. You need a wish, you need a prayer. You need to pray that your guns are shooting at a level that maybe you haven't all season long. But I mean, the way the board is shaping out, there's not really much of a middle ground. It's a lot of teams that are doing very, very well. A couple teams somewhere in the middle trying to find themselves. And then at the bottom, it is teams just grasping for air, trying to stay out of those relegation places. But as I pull out my glasses and just try to look at the schematics of the playbook that Limitless could go into to
what's
potentially...
it telling you?
I'm doodling something up. The only thing I can see is an L. The only thing on that bad board is a big L for
the
Limitless.
Schematics did not play into their favor, man.
And that is what I think is going to happen. A straight up L, Hollow.
No, but seriously, Legacy can do it.
Well, they're going to have 2 maps going into this. Back-to-back maps. We got a crazy schedule here. The Party Astronauts, who we casted the other night, and they were definitely partying. They stole a map off of M80. They're playing the Timbermen, which is great. I mean, there's nothing better than an old astronaut Timberman matchup. Only thing they're missing is some flapjacks on the moon. And the matchup we are casting here today, it's Legacy, some Brazilian talents going up against Limitless. And I am stoked. I know it might end up being a little one-sided, but I'm not going to count these guys out because you just never know. CS is such an inconsistent game at times here in North America, and teams can come out here and surprise people. So I'm not going to count them out completely. Maybe they, to your point, take a pistol here, take a pistol there, and I don't know. Maybe they need Legacy to be halfway asleep. And Hollow, what do you think about these current rosters? I mean, you got Lotto. I'm thinking he's going to end up being our player to watch on the Legacy side, but how are you feeling going into this one? Do you think that there is anybody on the Limitless side that could potentially match his ability, his talent, his star power, or is this really as one-sided as we think it could be?
I hate to be that guy, but I don't know. Honestly, truly do not know. And I can see what is Tinder looks like he's filling in for. Is that Andrew? So it looks like they're not even playing with their main 5 right now. So that's going to be, I have no idea what Tinder can bring to the team. So maybe he might be the unknown answer for Limitless.
Hey, all I want you to know is it is Team Legacy over here. It is Legacy all day. I'm going for Legacy to win this. I think Lotto is about to be pulling out some crazy stuff. He's going to get a little bit creative. And that is, I mean, we've been chatting about him here, but our player to watch of the match is going to be Lotto. I'm going to watch him run it up like it's a lottery.
Oh, for sure.
And it's not uncommon, man. Lotto Bruno Rebellato. What a name. That was a mouthful. I'm hyped.
No, but he has absolutely been ripping through all of NACS this whole season. So I expect the same thing tonight. He's going to come out here and do what he has to do to bring his team over the line.
I mean, I'm just going in right now and just looking at some of these stats. I mean, the guy is at a 1.26 overall rating, a 90 out of 100 firepower, 70 out of 100 on the entries. He's just doing a little bit of everything for this team. But to your point, when you have players like that, and he's only 21 years old, we're about to be getting this guy playing high-level CS for years and years to come.
Yeah, he's absolutely insane. I actually can't wait to see him play tonight. I'm sure he's going to do what he has to do. And Limitless, I wish you the best of luck.
It's funny because their name is Limitless, but we would say, like, in the current moment, their potential of winning this game isn't as limitless as their name would indicate. So I feel kind of bad that it feels like, oh, maybe we're going one way or the other. And yes, we might be a little bit of biased. I'm not going to lie. We're on the side of the Brazilians, but Hollow, going into these predictions, how do you see this scoreline playing out? We have 2 matches. What do you think that first map is going to be? And how do you see it being scored?
Oh, man. I really want to give my boys, the NA boys, a map right now. I want to say they split it. I really do want to give them something, but this might be a 2-0 tonight. Oh,
he's calling the 2-0. I'm going to follow up. I think it's going to be a 2-0 as well. I think that Legacy win the first map 13-4, and I think they take the second map 13-2.
Oh, wow. All right. I will at least give them, 13-8 for the first map, and let's give them a nice 13-5 for the second. Just a little bit better. Maybe they might be able to hit double digits, but we'll see.
I think that Lotto drops, I'm going to say in 2 maps, 45 kills. 45 to 46 kills.
Okay.
Actually,
it might not. For the first map, I was going to say, God.
It actually might not be that many kills because they're going to beat them pretty quickly. But now we have a look at the vetoes. It looks like Legacy banned Ancient, Limitless followed up with Anubis and Dust 2. Nuke and Mirage also scrapped. 86 the Vertigo. And it's all up to Inferno, which has been traditionally a very good map for Brazilian teams.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Limitless have played much Inferno this season. I kind of want to go check real quick because this seems like a strange pick to me.
Yeah, I don't know why they would allow Inferno, especially when you're playing with the fill-in. You allow Inferno to stick it out, but we're going to see if they can stick it out because we're jumping straight into the pistol round. We got Limitless, we got Legacy. We're hopping on here. We got Seb's POV as he sees a couple of players crossing, and we're going straight into the action, Hollow.
And Sadzin going for the peak. He does spot a few on bridge, and he's taking this aggressive fight. He's holding them back, and this is honestly going to keep the T's pushed back. Their confidence levels are going to be down here, and it looks like they might walk into this 3-man setup.
Yeah, it looks like they're slowly and precariously creeping up the banana. But who knows? They don't understand that there is a Brazilian wrecking bomb of 3 players just waiting for the moment. Niquez with the smoke in hand, waiting, just grimacing. Now Limitless deciding to hightail it back towards A where they have a slight advantage. How does this play out, Hollow?
Oh, and they managed to call the right site. It's going to be up to Sadzin to get this opening pick here in this 4v2.
I like the patience.
It's going to be crazy here.
So much patience coming in, but here come the skirmishes. As soon as Barton peeks out, mollies and nades, and he's going to get barbecued. The chef is in the kitchen, and his name is Sandman, and he's cooking up a incredible feast. Sight completely open on the backs of Seb. Bomb goes down.
Now, I wonder if they're actually going to go for here because they do have a flashbang to get back into sight, but Tender going to be here to stop them.
Tender's lighting a fire, but that fire's blown out very quickly. Not an ember or a smolder left, and Niquez slowly working his way up as well. But they're going to have a lot to do to get back into this round. They're going to need to find these picks and find them quick. The flash comes in. Niquez gets one.
They're hitting shots.
With 2. Niquez with 3.
Wow, that was closer than I thought it would be. Some amazing shots coming back in on that retake, and man, they almost let that slip out of their hands.
And all they had was 1 flash and a prayer. And that prayer's name was Niquez. He finds 3. I don't know how he does it under those circumstances. It almost feels miraculous, but even in those moments, he's going to be back on the save now. He's going to be on that lone MP9. And Limitless coming out here, stunning everybody, is going to take that first round. So something to build off here, Hollow.
Yeah, and that's what we said. We said they needed that pistol to really get them going, especially on this T side. They're going to want to be as dominant as possible, not give up too many opportunities, source the CTs. And if they can do that, hey, The sky's the limit.
I had a feeling you were going to say sky is the limit, all pun intended. But yeah, Niquez with 4 in the previous round, and another big slight stack towards the B-bomb site. Not too much happening. Both teams passive and patient enough to kind of wait for that opening. And the Brazilians taking their time here, not looking to give away anything. They have a fair amount of util.
Was that a retake smoke from A?
Yeah, it was. Actually,
I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
I thought he threw it outside of apps.
It looked like, I was gonna say, it looks like it bounced over from A side. That's actually a really good util.
I love the fact that Niquez is so comfortable just holding on to that util. They have so much util, and now under a minute, and still no one has been spotted from either team. This could start to get a little bit uneasy for Limitless if they're not able to make something happen very soon, because they're going to run straight into a stack here, and another smoke comes out.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to call their bluff, but I don't know if this is the right choice, boys.
It looks like there is a player that is moving towards the A-bomb site at the exact same time, just fishing for information, and he makes it all the way in for free.
Yeah, he threaded the needle up mid.
That call has to come out, but wait, is he going to expect that the players could be arches, though?
Yeah, they're going to send DGF in by himself, and look at him in pool, not being spotted, but he gets taken down. But that's a free bomb site for Limitless.
And well played. I mean, straight out of the old strat book of Na'Vi and Virtus Pro, those late round executes, they really do leave it late there, but they're going to get the free plant. And it looks like the Brazilians going to be very comfortable here, just trying to work some exits, and they're going to swing back into this. They want to pick a fight.
I'm going to say they need to get ready for the CT aggression here. Flash into sight, Sandman blind, and they're swarming them, taken down.
Oh, and it's going to be 2 kills, and now Seb is left by himself.
Left alone with the max hand and nothing to do. Oh, man.
We talk about leaving it late, and boy, Legacy leaving a huge imprint on that round. They leave it very late. I don't know what that retakes it was, but they get all the kills. And to be honest, Hollow, it seemed like a pretty easy retake for them.
Oh, extremely easy. I feel like, did anybody even take any damage on that retake?
I mean, I'm a little bit confused. I'm kind of perplexed, because you would think with Limitless and the way they were setting up, they would take fights, but they were just tucking into sight like a kangaroo cub just in their mother's pouch, not able to get much out of the round, and they're going to be back on the save, and this is where it starts to get very dangerous.
Oh, they're going to go for the 4-sub. Might be a heavy towards... Oh, looks like they wanted to go heavy towards Banana, but they got pushed back with the utility, and they're just going to wait for some aggression here.
Yeah, they tried to peek in that Banana, but the door was slammed shut. Dumal said no entry. No one going in. No one coming home. A second smoke goes out. Those T's going to have to be very patient here. If they want to make any progress, they can't even get up mid. They're just almost just siphoned.
Yeah, they're completely shut out right now. And Dumal kind of left alone here, but he's going to go ahead and back up. No need to give them any kills or any guns to get back into this round.
And Lotto holding on to that beautiful, beautiful M4. And it's so deadly in these moments. It'll take your head off in a moment.
What M4 is that? Is that the Icarus Val?
That is the Icarus Val. It's almost
I haven't seen that thing in a long time.
Almost like Pegasus leaving its perch. And still Limitless has no space here. And if they go there, slaughter's just waiting to happen. The spray comes in. Cyrex takes one with him. Now 33 seconds left. All of the information on the side of the CTs, and Lotto, it's going to be first man up, first man to hold it down. Straight into the Lotto meat grinder they go.
No chance at all. Double spam through the smoke and the swing from New Box. Nothing they can do. Honestly, this is going to be a tough one for them. They need to save, maybe take a pause real quick, because I feel like this game is going to get out of hand.
Yeah, I think they should have saved that round. I think against a team like Legacy, you got to try to be at full strength as much as possible. Keep as much utility, keep as much economy going, because to your point, when these guys get hot, they can start steamrolling rounds in an instant, and you look up and the score is 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, and oh, and another spray coming down, just ripping the head off of Cyrex.
Also, I pulled up some stats here. So, Limitless have played four games, or 4 maps of Inferno. Legacy, they have 18 maps with 61% chance win.
They've only played 4.
They've only played 4. They've had 70. They've only lost 1 map out of those 4. But Legacy have played 18 and won 61%.
That's a very small sample size.
So this might not have been the map to pick. Granted, it is one of their weaker maps, but look at them.
I mean, and look at these sprays. Oh! And Nekez there to save Sadzin. The spray was kind of ugly.
Looking like me right there.
Yeah, he looked like a level 8 Face-It player with that spray down, but Nekez is always there to save his mate. And now a very comfortable economy on the side of the CTs, and we're seeing Sad on the op, and that's probably why he wasn't as good with the rifle. He gets an op for the first time. Full utility, and on the other side, the best they can muster is 2 Galils.
Choosing op for more utility here, which is the right decision here, but oh my god. He's getting bombarded with HEs and grenades right now, but managing to slip the net right there, getting ahead of the molly.
Still, they're going for that banana. That banana push. They're like the ice climbers trying to climb up the mountain and unable to get much of anything. A quick exchange of HP on the side of Tinder.
Tenderized with that op.
Yeah, he definitely was in the tenderizer there. But he's able to escape. He did do some comparable damage onto Sadzin. So, he'll be happy to take something with him as a parting gift. But they're still so spread out, so far away. And even though they have banana control, Legacy comfortable giving up banana here. 2 players playing towards the B-bomb site.
It feels like Limitless are a little scared. They get all this control and then they don't stick around long enough to like apply any pressure. They just took top brackets and then they immediately rotated off. And Legacy, they cleared it immediately. And now they're sending one person over towards B and they pretty much know they're here for the stack.
And look, another late smoke coming out. But to your point, we spoke about the lack of experience, the lack of games played, coming in with the fill-in to have to play this Brazilian side on a very good map for them. And there's the spray. Dumal opens up the scoring here. First blood. And it's through the smoke. And they're not even going to flash. They're just going to go straight in. And Sandman actually finds 2 here. So the bomb going to go down, leaving him in a 2v1 situation. It's clutch factor season. And he does have 50 HP. But he has a massive hill to climb here. And a lot of work to do as he slowly peers towards this church area. And if he gets the perfect timing, it's going to put him in quite a positioning, Hollow. But
seems like he has an inkling of what's happening here. Sending in the op in first to see if they can get that first kill.
On the angle, can he find the second? He can't.
Oh man, Sandman, I feel for you. That was an excellent attempt. Would that have been an ace? That might have been an ace clutch coming in from Sandman if he managed to get that.
He really did put up a good effort. I thought he was going to get the spray, but Barton, as humble as can be, finishing off that kill just in the nick of time. And we've seen a couple really good retakes from the Brazilians so far. And, it's going to get harder and harder. They did get plants, but still the money not the best on the side of Limitless. And they're going to go for the first time out. Hollow, what do they need to do to get back into this one?
Well, for this round, nothing at all, because Glocks versus a full buy, nothing's happening there. But, I like what they're doing. I would like them to stick around a little bit more towards that top mid position. They take brackets, but then they immediately give it up. Legacy, they've been walking back into it and just completely taking that space back, and it pretty much defeats the purpose of what Limitless is doing. So I'd like them to stick around, maybe try to get a few more picks before full executing, because Legacy, they pretty much have them read already this early in the game.
Yeah, I totally agree. It feels like they opened a book like mind readers and read it all front to back, every single page, every single cover, without too much of a hassle, too much of a difficulty. And they've had almost near perfect util, and I think that's something to notice as Sad finally gets himself into the round.
Yeah, poor Cyrex is going down.
Yeah, he didn't stick around long for the party, did he?
Ooh.
And another nade is gonna shred the body of Sandman. Just taking him down to about 50 HP, but Sand is still sticking around. He says with all the bumps and bruises, he still wants to fight. And Dumal has had no trouble fighting on the other side of this. Both teams slowly working their way back. It looks like Limitless going to try to do the banana thing again. They've gone for this a couple of times. They didn't get on the site last time. In the last
they're making
round.
no ways. They don't have any flashes to get in, and the CTs. They're just going to back up, boost up, and get ready for the take.
Yeah, they're going to take
with this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say Lotto going to take the boost, and you just look at Dumal, the confidence to just save that smoke. Another 15 seconds going to shred off that clock.
Yeah, they're going to have limited time to get into the site here, but they do have the numbers. It's a 2v5 2v4 towards the site, and if they can manage to kill this guy off boost, they should get this. They should be able to get in site for free.
Yeah, that boost kill is going to be huge, but as soon as that damage happens, Dumal's going to swing out like a pit viper, ready to release venom, and Lotto able to get one, get two for free. Can't find any more, but enough damage done, and Sandman again.
He is trying his best, but no time. Couldn't find the bomb, and that is another round for Legacy.
Yeah, the best thing he can do here, just trying to save the weapon. They just left it so late. It just feels like they're a little confused trying to figure out exactly what they want to do, where they want to go, and they're always leaving these rounds late. They got to maybe start putting pressure on the Brazilians a bit earlier, try to get some of that util out, because at this point, I mean, Dumal is standing out in the middle of banana with a smoke, just jiggling, taking his time, and there's no pressure.
Yeah, and they're giving them so many liberties towards apartments that the CTs are just walking through. They spot nothing, so there's no reason to leave anybody towards A.
It feels like bro is literally just taking his time with every single thing. And look at Saad, just holding a nade. He doesn't care. He's in absolutely no rush.
Yeah, that's full confidence right now.
And Sandman, we got to give him some love, man. He's 10-1. I mean, excuse me, 10-4. 140 plus ADR. He's really doing his best to try to keep this game close, but with every passing round, they're starting to fade into oblivion.
It's reminding me of a certain IGL that also did the same thing.
Oh, man.
Try to keep his team going, but somebody else needs to show up right now.
Good thing they're not on the same team. We could call them the Sinister Sand Show.
Ooh.
That actually would be a decent one.
Yeah, I was going to say, we need to make that happen.
All right. I mean, Tinder has not been lighting any flames today. He goes down again. And at the hands of his favorite adversary, it's Sadzin. Oh, and now some aggression coming out. They actually get the flash down, but he can only take one for one trade, and Lotto gives up the site completely. He's going to take his time here. Grab a Coca-Cola and spray through the smoke. And he still gets one.
What was the plan there, brother? Was there a flash available to flash him through that smoke, or was he just going to play contact?
It just feels like they just don't know where they want to be. He's walking in the open for no reason, and he's completely flashed out. Ray Charles
Poor
had more vision.
Sandman. Trying his absolute best, getting on before going down, but his allies are falling left and right, and he's blind. He can't do anything. This poor guy.
Yeah, Sand is really on an island of his own. He might just be auditioning for next season at this rate, but for anything, a strong consolation prize is he's trying his very best. He's had a couple of chances to snag some rounds, and we talked about it before the game, Hollow. I think I called the 13-4 in map number 1. They might not even get 4 rounds the way this one's looking.
Yeah, I did give them a little. I tried. I gave them 13-8, but guys, come on.
I mean,
you got a full buy, take some control. Don't let them disrespect you like this.
I mean, outside of Sandman, the rest of the team has a combined 4 kills and 28 deaths. Actually, 6 kills and 28 deaths. I got my math wrong.
They're letting Cyrix work here. Trying to go for an opening pick.
And I mean, anytime Saw can just take jumps like that, he's just having fun.
Yeah, poor DGF. He spotted out the first pick, but Dumal playing close catches him off guard, and
it's turning into a team deathmatch. Saad goes down very easily, and it's by none other than Sandman, but he's taking out the round. Now Dumal picks up the op. We got a good old-fashioned op show, and neither player hitting shots.
The level of confidence for him to go for that. Gets the first kill with the rifle, picks up the op, and says, you know what? I can do both.
Yeah, they're just having fun. Dumal says, I can do bad all by myself, but Seb says, I'll see you later. And they're going to
Now, this is still winnable from the T's right now. Like, 2v3 situation. All they need to do is just find. Oh, they have a boost working over on A, and that he goes down to that Seb left in a 1v3 situation. And
Same
Barton
angle,
with a quick double.
Same angle, same result. And this is what we will call scary hours. I mean, this is just starting to get frightening. It's getting out of hand. I mean, Hollow, you said Legacy was a formidable foe, but I mean, the sky is truly the limit for these guys. And on the other side of that, Limitless just look completely outclassed.
Yeah, it feels like they don't really have a game plan for this. I mean, I'm not sure it was Andrew, their IGL, because it feels like they don't really know what they're doing. I feel bad for Tinder. It seems like he is the stand-in, and he's trying his best right now. He's going into these lurk positions, and he doesn't look that confident, but he's playing his part.
And now Dumal is just running straight down mid. He doesn't care if there's a smoke molly or nade. But yeah, to your point, Tinder has been mostly harmless. It's almost like a flame just stuck in the rain. And as soon as they walk through, the spray comes in, and Leo 1 for 1 though, so decently barbecued into the stack. Nikes cleaning up pretty much everything. Business as usual, puts his hard hat on and goes straight into the office and handles his business. Sandman in a spot he's been in all game, but he goes down again.
You know, this has to be Dumal with an AG on the Cyrix. Oh, man, we'll talk about a Kobe.
Oh, man, from our angle, that looked absolutely amazing. Beyond just Kobe, that looked like almost a hole-in-one.
These poor guys, man, everywhere they go, they're just ready for it.
It's like watching one team shoot marshmallows while the other one's shooting firecrackers. I don't even know what you do here. I don't even think a timeout is even worth wasting the time for. Looks like they're just going to pug the rest of this one out. Legacy comfortable to see it off.
And remind me, is Inferno T-sided? Because there's something changed, because the way they're playing right now, this map looks so CT-sided.
I've seen some very T-sided games of Inferno, and I thought it was a little bit more balanced than what they are showing it. But I mean,
we're at a minute 30, and Barton's already in alt mid, pushed all the way through almost to their spawn.
I just don't know what these guys are doing. It's almost like they're lacking confidence, they're lacking togetherness, belief. But after a certain point, and straight through the smoke.
Cyrix might get knifed here.
I guess that smoke was made of glass, because Dumal saw right through it.
Really wanted to go for it, but I understand it. 9-1 lead for Legacy going into this, and it's just, it feels like they kind of gave up a little bit. Cyrix, he pulled his knife out and started doing 360. So
yeah, this game,
I feel like the confidence for him has pretty much left the building. Yeah,
this game reminds me of that pug I played earlier. I was playing a Face It pug, and we got queued up against the 4-stack of FlyQuest. We lost 13-0 on Nuke. Granted, we're not pros or even closely to it, but I mean, for these guys, it's about the same. Sad's just running down mid. He actually does not care. He does not care.
Oh man, Salmon, he's just sending it at this point. He's like, you know what? I got it. I'm gonna get my team to 2 rounds, all right?
Oh man, this is trolling at its finest. Giddy up on the horse because Nikes is ready to take down some heads. Gets one, gets the second.
Oh man.
Like a racehorse ready, and Bart ready to spring into action, but he gallops out of there to fight another day. And of course, he takes one with him. Can he get the second? And finally,
this is the closest round they've had for a gun round since Pistol.
And finally, Tinder pulls out a flame or a spark or something. But now he's getting barbecued down to 20 HP on DJF. And through the smoke, Dumal, he's got to be cheating after that. Oh my God.
Not like this.
Dumal, please.
Let him have a gun round.
Absolutely incredible work from Dumal.
All right, boys, let's go ahead and take that tactical pause, please. Somebody take a pause. Let's get this last round.
Yeah, that was an absolutely incredible round by Dumal. Sees him through the smoke. I didn't even see how that was possible. I'm watching with the whole POV and I didn't see a thing, but when you look at this 10-1 and these guys are in the Pro League, I mean, my body's just like not understanding what's happening. I'm a little perplexed, a little confused, but the Brazilians are lacking absolutely nothing in fight, character, talent, strength. And Saad's still playing it like a bug. Gonna swing pretty much everything at this point.
You know, last round, right? It felt like Limitless, they didn't realize how far they had gotten before they were already in sight. And then they slowed down and did it continue play? Oh, wait, where'd he get that pick from? Through the smoke?
Saad just having target practice. It's like one of those games where you queue up with the 4 stack of your best homies from high school. And you just have some fun. Nikez might be the next up in action. Spots and sprays, but Sepp takes one and Lotto sends him straight to the graveyard. And this is just hollow. I don't know what to call this. If he
I was hoping for a little bit more aggression coming in from Limitless, considering that like last round, they were taking names. They weren't scared. But this round, they slowed it down and they're going back to the same thing. But over the smoke, Tinder finding one.
Oh my gosh. In Barton, it seems like there's 20 players from Legacy on the map and they take the half 11-1. What a first half that was from Legacy. Definitely leaving an imprint and a legacy. And if Limitless is going to make something happen, they got to do it now. 11-1. This might be a world record for me in Hollow casting. The second match we've ever casted and the fastest match. What are your thoughts so far, Hollow?
You know what? I'm calling it right now. Limitless, 13-11. They come back right here. Not a single round lost.
If they come back right here, I will eat my sock live on the stream.
Well, get ready.
That is how confident I am that we are 2 rounds away from another commercial break. Looks like these players are electing. They're setting up for a B take, and there are 3 players here. So Cyrex on those dualies, looking like a lone cowboy. Hopefully he can do something with them. A bit more than he could do in the first half, but the full execute is coming. They got flashes, they got nades, they got mollies.
And he's going absolutely crazy with them.
Oh my gosh, he cooked him alive. But
Tinder picking up a quick 3. Leaving
now,
Barton in a 1v3 situation. They're going to play smart.
Now Barton, all the work to do. And oh my gosh, that is such a quality shot. A 2v1 scenario. And that USP has a fang so deep that it could cut and kill quicker than a Black Mamba. But DJF cleans him up.
And there we go. That's the start right there. Hey, that's what they needed. They've won both pistols now.
Hollow, I called a 13-4 for this first map before the game. I don't know if you remember it.
I wish we can like, you know, reverse it, because you called a 13-2 for the second game.
I think this is going to be 13-4 scoreline. I still think
so?
The 13-4 happens.
Because these Tech Knights are about to ring out for Legacy, and I'm absolutely terrified for Limitless.
And they just buy all the way down. They actually don't care. Long hair don't care. Both teams exchanging mollies. And it looks like they're just electing to go fast. That's a quick pop flash through.
Oh no.
My gosh.
Oh no.
And Nikez like a wrecking ball. And they don't get any of them. And this round's over.
Playing close against Tech 9s is probably the worst thing you possibly can do. It is such an overpowered weapon. They give him over MP9. Are they going to try to attempt this retake?
I hope not. They don't have a single player there to trade with him. He's basically playing alone by himself. You just can't do that. And I mean, oh my goodness, Lotto just doing more damage. If they go through these smokes, they're literally going to hit the meat grinder.
They haven't even come out yet and they're already dying.
This is like watching level 10s versus level 1s.
Well, you know what? They got their second round. That's all I wanted. I'm proud of the boys.
You're right. Maybe I should have saved the 13-2 score line, because I mean, we are now on series point. And this is seriously looking like one game that Limitless is going to put behind them and in a hurry. One game closer to relegation, one game closer to the bottom of the leaderboard, bottom of the standings. And nothing but 5 7s and deagles left on that side. This is looking all but over.
And Dumao just running it down, trying to get the game over with, and he might not stop here.
Dumao absolutely does not care. Bro is literally just ready to go watch Netflix and relax after he finishes this. Because the smoke comes in and poor old Seb's gonna be by his lonesome, but they're gonna barbecue him out. And Dumao picks up 2. Dumao and Barton both picking up kills here. And Dumao finds another, but DJF with just a little bit of life left in him. And now a 4v3 full retake is going to need to come in here, or we're going to a second map. And one of the fastest games we've ever casted.
And Legacy choosing to respect them in the last round. You know, I got to respect that. They're not just trying to run him down again. Up, and he spots him for his banana. And these pistols are actually doing some work here.
Beautiful shot coming from Sandman. You got to swing with them, MP9. You can't just hold the angle. And poor Sandman, he's been in this position all game by himself, and he has no clue what to do. He's not even going for this one. He knows it's over.
Yeah, no kid. He might as well stat pack. Try to get a few kills. And he can't even do that.
Always get what's
Oh man, I feel like I need to walk this one off.
Oh man, I gotta take a limp after that one. That was one of those games where you just end up wounded and crawling. But Legacy takes map number 1 in this best of 2. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh, man. My heart hurts for Limitless, man. But that was a game and a half.
They put up a fight. Like, even though the score line says 13 to listen. They didn't go down without swinging. All right, it was a 13-2, but there had a few good rounds where it could have turned the tide. All right,
listen,
Sandman was trying his absolute best to bring his team to that victory.
Sandman was the only one who woke up and decided to jump into the server. The rest of them, they look like they had just decided to hop on and play pugs with the homies. But to your point, there's another map.
If that's what you call pugging with the homies, don't queue with me. I need my
No, but like seriously, I'm not trying to queue with anybody that got me down that bad, because when you look at that scoreline and how quickly that game went, hello, we didn't even get to talk about many timeouts because there weren't that many.
Yeah, not a single one called from them.
Oh, and Lotto, just player of the match. We talked about it before. 2.0 KD, 90 ADR, 14 kills, 7 assists, 7 deaths, just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah.
And he just
like I said,
his business.
another day in the office for him. Like he just came in, did his thing, stayed consistent, and that's all you could ask for.
I think he came into this game wondering why they actually had to play this one, because for him, it was just kill after kill. I mean, for the entire legacy team, you got to give these guys a lot of credit. But we're going to go to another commercial break, and we will be right back, guys, for map number 2. going on, guys? We are back with ESL Challenger League, and if we're going into map 2, we have Legacy, we have Limitless. Hollow, what does Limitless need to do to get back into this matchup? I'm tired of talking about Legacy. We've seen the work they've done, we've seen the great stuff, but let's talk about Limitless and how they can try to build some momentum for this map.
I'm trying my best not to be biased. I really want the boys over at Limitless to actually do something here, but from what we just witnessed, if they don't help out Sandman here, there's not much they're going to be able to do on this next map.
Yeah, Sandman had, I mean, he was put in a couple of positions where, you know, he was getting frags, he was jumping in there, he got a couple of, you know, 2v1 positions where he could have potentially clutched, but it's such a tall order when you're going up against a team that is as well structured as Legacy. But I do think that if Limitless could slow the game down a bit more and be a little bit more concerted in working different areas of the map, it felt like sometimes they were peeking and just walking through smokes and doing things that seemed a bit irregular in comparison to, you know, like how teams would normally play at this level. So I feel like, you know, the moment, maybe the team, maybe, you know, when the round started just snowballing, it kind of got to them a bit. But it's a new map, it's a new day, it's 0-0, and they have just as good a chance as any to try to work something out in this second map.
Let's see. They banned Inferno starting off again. That's the best choice right there. Banning Inferno, getting that out of the way.
100% agree. Vertigo and Nubis also out of there from the side of Legacy, and then Limitless follows up with Ancient and Nuke. And I like these bans from Limitless because when you look at the map pool and how wide it is for Legacy, you kind of want to play them on a puggy map or a map that's a bit more open. I kind of said it before, you know, the Brazilians love playing maps like Inferno, like Nuke, like Ancient. You don't really want to play those maps against them because they are just so good and so well drilled. But Dust 2 gives them some opportunities to try some different things, get the op in the hands, and maybe make some plays.
See, I would agree with you on that, but you got to remember, the Brazilians, they know how to aim. And Dust 2 is a battleground. Like, if this was like an NA team going up against like a European team, like, oh yeah, we might be able to do it because we have nothing but aimers. But Brazil, they're straight aimers that can think. So this might be another 13-2, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, I'm going to switch it up. I think that Limitless take 8 rounds here. I think that there's something.
8 whole rounds.
I think that they are going back to the drawing board. I think they're going to scrap everything that they had on Inferno and say, hey, we're going to have fun. And I think that at the end of the day, when you just deduce Counter-Strike down to its core, you got to go out there and have fun. We all play this game because we love it. We want to have fun with it. And I think if they want to get any sort of momentum in this game, they got to be having fun.
Yeah, they're going to be fun. They're going to be having a lot of fun with that 13-2 scoreline.
Oh my gosh. Ye of little faith. But we want to go
I have faith in them to get those 2 rounds.
Well, we're going to see what they can do. We're straight into the action, and Limitless starting on the T side. It looks like they're electing to go towards that A long position. And on the other side of that, Sodzin is going to be ready, USP in hand, to take off some heads.
And he's just letting them walk all the way up.
I don't think he notices, but he gets one for free. They don't even check the car. It's a simple 1-for-1 split. Oh, and Dumal picks up 1 as well, and low HP coming in. Now at 3-on-2, Cyrex is low, and DJF with all the work to do. He's got to find something, got to find an opening. And nothing there for Cyrex. Now all 3v1, and these players are going to be right there. No bomb plant, no nothing. Barton picking right up where you left off. And an early good start.
Letting those dual Berettas ring out too, man. I don't understand how players use these things, because being able to one-tap somebody from that distance, absolutely insane. But Legacy picking up their first pistol, which is a scary thing to say considering the last map. But Limitless, that was your bread and butter right there. We needed another pistol from you.
I mean, the only thing I can say is, man, the side of Legacy, they just have shooters. A whole clique full of shooters. And when they shoot, they're hitting everything. It's tough to beat a team that is this much in form. And now the full save coming in. I like that they're saving this time. With the full save coming in from Limitless, and it looks like they're just going to work towards the mid spot.
Those nades blowing away the smoke. Really getting it. Doom out with a crazy flick. But getting traded out by Cyrex definitely needed that one.
Yeah, that flick was quite beautiful. Just snapping that mouse. I almost saw his wrist come off when he flicked that hard, but straight onto the target. as clean and as easy as you'd like. And now the side of Limitless just kind of trying to figure out what to do here. And 2 go down at the hand of Lotto. That's a fortunate double kill.
Lining up for him. I don't know what they're going for. Maybe a boost with smoke, but give him a clean little double there, and it's a 2v4. They're both probably going to swing for that, and one has been spotted, and they know the Famalso's there, so they definitely know they're both on cat.
Yeah, Lotto made that one look easy, and he sees a third, but beautiful shots coming from Tinder. And Saw just not allowing anything out here.
Making this Famalso work, actually. Getting it down to a 1v2.
DJF trying to make this one interesting, but there's players all around him. A pretty solid eco round coming in from the side of Limitless, though. Especially from the perspective of taking 3 guns out of the round. They're going to get their first full AK buy. And there might be some momentum, some optimism going into this first gun round.
I don't think I've ever seen a Famalso work that well before in my life.
He hit some beautiful shots. And the only other time we saw it work that well was that incredible flick off a cat to start the round. But now the traditional play, traditional setup, 3 players going towards long. And Seb going to be right there on the off, but no one peeking, no one home, and a slight cook from the barbecue. He likes the steak medium rare. He got burnt up just slightly.
I'm getting tagged up by the scout. But he's got the op, so it doesn't really matter if he gets tagged. He still has that opportunity to get that one bullet kill.
And Saw just navigating with the scout in mid, trying to find any heads, anyone peeking. But to no avail, there's nothing there for him in the moment. And Sandman slowly working his way up cat. A much more patient setup. Looks like a delayed long is going to come out from the side of Limitless. And they're in quite a good position to be able to get out here. Only one player that can really jump in and make a difference on the side of Legacy. They're going to wait right out of this smoke. They're going to be coming, and Lotto is going to have to get those scratch-offs ready because the Lotto fight is happening. As soon as this pop flash comes in, he's going to have players on top of him.
It seems like they're opting for an A split.
It looks like they're going to walk out, and that's
one.
You can't do this at that level. Just walking directly out, and a pop flash coming in, and Lotto gets 2 more.
The bomb is alone. He needs to just fall back and try to go to Cat, but he's losing teammates left and right.
And just straight into the meat grinder. All up to Cyrex, but Hollow, I'm kind of confused. They decided to try to go out long. They had a flash on the opper. They don't use it. They don't use it.
The call was just to contact out, see what we can find, and they didn't make it up towards like the blue bin there. And oh my God, Barton with a nasty peek on the Cyrex, and they don't even get to save the op.
And that's such an unfortunate circumstance, not being able to save the op, and they just look very disjointed. I mean, I'd rather just see them try to rush out something and play together, but right now it's just, I mean, it is the Legacy show. Everything happening on the side of Legacy, and they got to be happy going into this round.
You know, I figured that Limitless would have learned from like the last game that taking it slow against Legacy, you're just playing into their cards at this point. So the only round that really worked for you was when you just straight up say, you know what, guys, let's just get in there.
Oh, and they're trying to get in there now, but the dualie's coming out.
And I take everything I just said back.
Yeah, you might as well call Barton Clint Eastwood because those dualies came out and he looked like the Lone Star Cowboy. He picks up 3 on the round, and it doesn't matter if they go fast or slow. It just seems like Legacy has they have an ace up their sleeve. They have a counter to everything that's happening. They're going to be back on the gun round next round with the ability to try to make something happen as they lick their wounds and work more towards that lower middle sight.
Now, I wonder how long he's going to keep this scout for.
Yeah, he's had the scout for quite a while now. He keeps going back to it. Maybe he's just working on his shot a little bit. Dumal going to be licking at the chops to clean both of these players up as soon as they peek him. There's 1, there is 2. He gets them both. Another round to the side of Legacy. And this one's starting to fall away early. It might be that moment. It might be that time where the timeout is needed, especially before this gun round, just to see if they can slow things down, rebuild that composure. But it looks like they're just going to go straight through the round.
I would love to be able to hear the comms from Limitless because it feels like they're playing together, but not as a team. If that makes any sense, they're kind of just
Yeah.
running it down, and I don't know. It just doesn't feel like they're really here for the game.
Yeah, there were a couple of rounds on that Inferno in the early stages where it felt like they were, you know, super cohesive, but on this Dust 2, it just feels like they're even more out of place than they were on the Inferno. And the nade coming through, but a beautiful shot from Cyrex right at the edge of the smoke.
Finally winning that op head-to-head too. He definitely needed that one. Hopefully he can build some confidence.
Yeah, that was definitely a huge confidence builder and much needed. Gives them an opportunity to get back in the round, but it doesn't seem like Dumal is worried at all. He has a pop flash ready in the wait so he can peek right off of it if they decide to progress up Cat. And it looks like Tender's gonna... Okay, he casually backs out of it. Smart play. Baits out one. And then Nate is going to peg him directly. Straight down to 45. It almost feels like everything Legacy's doing. There's a counter. There's a counter for everything Limitless tries. Sandman does get an entry.
But see, it feels like they're playing into their game again. I know it's a 3v5, but at the same time, they're taking it slow. They're walking in. And it feels like they're trying to give Legacy a chance to really get a few kills and get back into this round. And there we go. Seb going down to Dumal.
Seb goes down way too soon. And they're
Legacy
just giving them
towards
so
mid.
many 1v1s. It was a 5v3. Now it's a 2v2. So many 1v1s happening. And now 19 seconds. They got to get this bomb down. And they're not going to be able to even do that. Dumal coming in and he picks up
He's
two
jumping
more.
up with the bomb and just dying. Like I just said, they're giving Legacy a chance to get back into the round. It was a 3v5 and they're just going off on their own.
Yeah, it's almost like they just started going on autopilot. That was quite idle. Beautiful work coming in from Legacy. They're patient. They stick with it. They're able to clutch a really tough scenario. A 3v5 on Dust 2 is really hard unless the opponents give you a route back into the game. And I mean, that's one of those heartbreaker rounds because that was a round where, you know, Sandman gets the pick. They're building some momentum. And right at the very moment, it's snatched away from them like taking candy from a baby.
So they gave them the whole 5-piece combo to get back into that one.
Yeah, and 2 extra biscuits from Louisiana Popeyes. Red hot chicken. But now a much slower pace. Even on the Tech 9s, they're going to go a little bit slower here. They're going to take mid and try the mid to B split. Nikez on the bait. Are they going to check them out? They don't check him and he gets one. But now there's going to be some pressure. And beautiful work from Seb and DJF. They combined for 3.
And that's exactly what they needed. They almost slowed down too much. Oh, and Seb finding one through the smoke. Love to see that one. But they gave it their all that one. They almost slowed down too much, but then they sped back up. The Tech 9s really played. The Tech 9s are important right there. It allowed them to sprint past every angle that they were holding and managed to get every single kill they wanted.
You know, that felt like their most cohesive round of the entire day. They had someone coming in from long. They had 2 people coming up from mid. They pinched it perfectly, got the timing right. A really, really nice and cohesive round on the eco from Limitless to finally draw first blood to be able to get on the scorecard. 5-1.
You know, and hopefully they have somebody in the Discord saying, guys, it was that easy. Let's do it again.
I mean, yeah, to your point, they just got to go in and play CS, man. It's always going to be a tough, tall order, especially playing with a fill-in, but if you're doing stuff like that, you can make it a little bit easier. And on the side of Legacy, maybe just a little bit too passive. They gave up so much space in mid. They were on the guns, gave up so much space, a lot of 1v1s for Limitless to be able to claw back every inch of every piece of real estate. And now a good old-fashioned. He takes so much damage from those mollies. And the pop flash coming in, and Nikez gonna go down. Tinder with the first blood here, making some space. And Limitless starting to put together a very clean round. This is exactly what they need. So much pressure though, being fixated towards long. Legacy refusing to give it up. And Lotto ready and in the way just in case something happens.
Now they're doing the same thing they did that last time. They got the opening picks and then they just slowed it down. But hopefully they stay together and they're able to trade this out. They do have full utility for this execute, but it looks like they're hoping that somebody walks into an angle for them.
They do have a whole minute to take their time and try to work something out. But he's going to see him right off the edge of the smoke, and it's almost like he's just wandering aimlessly. But now the mid to B happens, 44 seconds. Still a lot of time left in the round. A very, very slow push, but a lot of work's going to be needed from Barton. He sees the first, picks him up with ease, picks up the second, and he gets the third with the help of Dumas.
What an angle from them. You know, I'm probably going to steal that. I'm going to steal that angle and play that in a plug because that is an insane angle. His head is covered by the car. He can't go down to a dink, and they don't even know where he is at that point. No trades come out, and a pretty clean, easy round for Legacy.
I mean, it just feels like whatever happens, Legacy has a player in every position for everything, and they're finding so many free easy kills. The easy ones where, you know, players aren't even looking at you. They're trying to get to certain positions on the map and you're just in the right place, right time. But that's a lot of high level CS. Being in the right place at the right time and understanding positioning. And this time Seb gets out. He gets one. He cannot get the second.
Oh man, they're just walking into angles and the trades aren't coming out. They managed to get one, but then they instantly lose three.
Yeah. Shaved off the map like a freshly shaved head. Trying to get out long, trying to push. And I really do like the fact that they're playing more aggressive. They're trying to take the fights. They're trying to get in positions where they can potentially work towards some 50-50s, but just so much experience on the side of Legacy.
If they do decide to do that rush again, though, I would love to see the long corner smoke come out, better flashbangs, because it definitely can work. They have no cover. They have no cover. The flashes are coming back in, and they're making it so much harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, I totally agree. And if he peeks this angle, he's surely gone. Oh, but a beautiful shot from Sandman to go right under the op angle. And that's going to be the bomb site completely opened. Even though Sandman has been struggling on this map, he's continued to find creative ways to open up the site. But can he find this kill? It would be a massive kill if he can get it. And he does. Good old-fashioned 2v2. Sandman on 1 HP, 1 grain of sand left.
Yeah, this round is kind of up to Tinder. Sandman did what he needed to do, and if he can just stay alive as long as possible, but he goes down to a nade.
Oh, and Tinder gives up his position and he goes down.
I understand what Tinder had to do there. Utility was coming towards his position. He tried to find one to put it into that 1v1, but man, that was a tough round for him.
Yeah, it was rough. They tried to do everything they could to stay alive, but the overall awareness, just too much to deal with. The nade comes in like a bowling ball, just attracted to bowling pins and just strikes out Sandman, leaving him in a 1v2, and scoreline just slowly slipping away round after round.
I would love to see them do what they did on that Tech 9 round. Just take it towards mid, flash him off the angle, and we got to push up towards mid. And that was one, dinks another, and they managed to trade him out. But man, we're at a minute 30, and the T's already beaten and bruised.
And that was a bit of wishful thinking from Nikez. He tries to b-hop his way directly up mid like a jackrabbit in full flight, but taken off the map just as quick. And a good old-fashioned 4v4. The spray comes in and Sandman finds another pivotal opening, but does he know that he has a timing? Just like that, the timing slips away.
That was an insane timing maneuver from Sandman too. He managed to catch that lower clear, and then he found who did he find upper? Was that Barton?
Yeah, I think that was Barton. Nikez died earlier in the round, and now a good old-fashioned split. And if they play this correctly, Sandman is going to get a free kill on the timing there. And sees another one, and Sandman turning this round into his own. He says, get on my back and I'll take you there. Straight to the promised land. Demal in a 1v4. He's gonna pick up Sandman.
Sandman did everything he possibly could right there. He found 3 perfect timings, and then he susses out the last player too. So if they don't win this round, if Dumao manages to get back into this, okay, he is opting for the save, but if he had swung out and won any of those fights,
I mean,
Sandman
I didn't even
Sandman
realize.
would be pissed.
Did you even realize Dumao is sitting at 15-3?
When did he get 15?
I don't know when that happened, how it happened, or what we were doing when it happened, but I mean, he's having a worldie of a game. He's content to just save, to lick his wounds and live to fight another day.
Getting like a couple of doubles left and right, but I don't remember him getting to that 15.
The CT's also comfortable saving. Enough money still on the side of Legacy to where they can buy into this round, but Limitless gonna take a second round, slowly getting some momentum and chipping away. It's a long hill, a long battle to get back into the game. You would think they would need at least 4 rounds to really make this one interesting going into the CT side. And then you take the pistol, you can get the 8-6.
I think they can do it. I mean, like, they're on their second round already. The confidence is coming through. Sandman, he's probably going to swing every angle. And there we go. Tender's starting it off.
And now I feel like Limitless really starting to find themselves by just playing aggressive. Hollow, you talked about the importance of getting out there and taking fights and just giving yourself a chance into these rounds. And they've been doing a great job taking early long control. It's going to give them a lot of opportunity in these later rounds, but
what a crazy peak.
And on the other side,
managing to find a push towards mid or towards Cat. It's a good kill from him.
Mal goes down. Side is completely open. It's open season. And Saad unable to pick up another frag there. Unable to find that op shot. Is he willing to peek past the smoke?
There we go. 3-4, and they're all playing the positions how they should be.
Saad finds
getting
one.
another one towards mid.
A lot of trading happening, and now a good old-fashioned retake here. And Sandman being so meticulous about his angles. It looks like this might be another save round. Unless they can find some sort of traction, some sort of momentum. Double up towards long is going to make this one nearly impossible. It looks like they're going to elect to save.
And a third round for Limitless.
Yeah, I mean, we got to say they are coming into their own.
I'm happy for the boys right now. I'm glad they're picking up this third, making it competitive. I want to see them come back into this.
I do too. I want to see a really good game. I'd love to see them come back and actually win it. I know that's a little bit wishful thinking, but with every round they get, it's going to get a little bit more. It's going to provide a little bit more pressure on the side of Legacy, even with a very solid CT half so far.
Calling it early, saying it again. They're coming back. They're gonna get this the next round. They're gonna win pistol. They're gonna bring it all the way back, and it's gonna be a Limitless game.
Well, I mean, we've seen them choke or struggle to cope with a couple of anti-ecos. But this is one with the scoreline sitting at 7-3. They can get the 7-4 and make it a very possible 7-5 half. To your point, Hollow, it's doable.
It seems like Legacy, they're respecting them. They're respecting Limitless now. They're playing back. They're waiting for the pop flashes, and it seems like they're just going to walk in. Oh, wait, they're doing a 2-man push towards upper.
And I love this play. I love the ability to understand the time and the moment to get a little bit aggressive, and that bomb is going to be in no man's land here in a couple of seconds. And the call comes in. Had that bomb continued up, it was going to run straight into Saad's op, and that wasn't going to be nice at all.
Man, you cannot leave Legacy to their own devices because they will walk back into an angle so quick without you even realizing it. They had 3 in tunnels right there, and somehow they managed to slip the net, and Zeb goes down for it.
Yeah, Legacy they're a really good team at understanding the time and the moment to go for timed aggression. As we see it again as Lotto able to take one now. A tall task at hand, and Lotto continuing to find aggression. Pretty much holding down long with that unlimited ammo MP9, one of the best guns in the game, and the king gun of the run and spray.
Yeah, we're at 30 seconds right now, and the CTs, they haven't taken any damage, and they've already gotten 2 kills. This is another slowdown round from Limitless that they shouldn't be doing.
And this is going to be such a tough round to win, with there being so much util, so much So many guns left on the side of Legacy. They throw the mollies. The pistols coming in, and they got to put it down. They just have to chase it. Oh, but a beautiful play coming in from DJF. He gets 2. Can he get the 3rd? Unable to do so.
He just has his head on the swivel trying to pull it across the line for his team, but man, it wasn't enough. Taps out 2, but that MP9 on the head glitch angle was just almost impossible to kill.
Yeah, it's a really tough angle to have to battle against, but he put up a valiant effort, and got to give him a lot of credit. I mean, I would say with how Limitless showed up in the first game, to be able to come out, take a couple of rounds, and if they can somehow get this round, they have money to be able to put up a somewhat decent buy here. They're going to have a decent opportunity to try to shave off this lead going into that CT side pistol. But on the other hand,
full buy coming in from them though. So we know what we need from them. They've taken it slow. It doesn't work for them. I want them to go for an early pick here somewhere, maybe towards B. Work that pick. Don't let Barton get another 3K on you, please.
Yeah, they can't let him continue to run rough shot. They have to just slowly find a way to take space, play aggressive, play together. And I mean, this is a pivotal round. A 9-3 scoreline psychologically is so much tougher than an 8-4. Very slow game so far. Very slow round. And Kez taking his time, jump spotting everything. He has that smoke in hand. But can Cyrex find the angle? The molly comes out first. It's a little bit of information.
Yeah, and Bart heard that. Heard him burning in the Molotov, so they know they're upper.
And Sandman just making sure there's nothing crazy going on, meticulously cleaning everything up, watching the flank. And I mean, this is just a great setup coming in from Legacy, just taking their time here. Beautiful pop flash to get back into the round, but Sandman just doing his job. And they don't check Barton, and he gets 3.
We're gonna have to change this guy's name to Barton 3K.
Oh, but Sandman.
And Seb swinging through the window with 12 HP.
We are back into this second half of action. A lot of fights happened in that first half, but Legacy flexed their muscle just a little bit more than Limitless. Going into the second half, Limitless starting on the CT side now and starting off high hollow.
Okay, Sandman taking one. It looks like they stack towards B, but it might not be the right play. But Legacy, they're going to commit to it.
Sandman, comfortable, confident, showing that bravado, holding the aggressive angle, and he's going to have some fights on his hands. As soon as they start swinging these angles, he goes right down the ramp. He don't care at all. And
Barton with the one tap P250 dropping him.
Oh, man, completely destroyed at that angle. Barton, you absolutely aimbot individual.
I feel for Sandman there. He got that first pick, and then they didn't chase him, and he just went for it. And Seb, dodging the flash and swinging wide, they don't even see him.
And beautiful work coming in. A lot of trades happening in a 2v2. Good old-fashioned wingman 2v2 now between these players. And DJF on the Lone Star Cowboy pistols. Beautiful shot from Cyrex.
And he tries to go for the jumping one tap.
Barton hops off the bomb. He's gone immediately.
DGF with a nice pickup. Look, they're really good at pistols. I'll give them that. They're 3-1 for pistols right now. But can they convert this pistol round?
That's insane to think about. They've won 3 out of 4 pistols. And ideally, you would think with all of that, they would be winning the game, but they just haven't been putting the gun rounds together. But right now, I mean, this is a very opportunistic moment. The full buy is coming in from Legacy. So they're deciding to go put everything they can into this. And Limitless can really make this one a game if they're able to get this round.
Oh boy, the Tech Nines are out for Legacy, and they're swinging with them.
Oh, they're swinging and going through, but they're going to get mowed down by the duo of Sandman and Seb.
And this might be the first round that they convert. And dude, they're doing it. Oh, let me stop talking.
Oh, you got to give them a lot of credit. I mean, we talked about it. We said if they could get the 8-4 score line and take the pistol in the relevant anti-eco, we'd see an 8-6. But now this first gun round is going to be massive, because if Legacy are unable to take that first gun round, the scores line is going to creep up to closer to 8-8 with all of the momentum.
Somehow slips the net here. He's going to hear this team running in spawn, but he chooses to slow down here, so they might catch him.
Yeah, but will Barton check it? I mean, he's not in.
He's looking towards it, and he does.
Just
now it's getting scary. It's a 2v3, and Limitless, they're known for this.
Oh my gosh, and they're oblivious. The shot's coming in.
The tap out.
A lot of
not like this, Limitless.
A 4v2 brought back to a 2v2. This would be the 4th anti-eco. It would have lost 4 pistol anti-ecos this game. 3. They won 3 pistols, and they lost the relevant anti-ecos. If they lose this one, I don't think they spotted his head, though. Oh, and Lotto takes his head off, and now a 2v1. But where that bomb is planted for?
This is still doable. He has a kit, and he's been spotted, and he's just going to hold this.
Easy as you'd like. The spray coming in and the defuse.
Really making them work for it, but we lose all 5 CTs. That was a 2v5 situation. And they lose everyone, and they get a bomb down. That is absolutely insane.
By the skin of their teeth. They get the round. They don't lose the anti-eco. The money is not looking the best, but Legacy going to rebuy into it. Both of these teams are going to be very much tapped out in near bankruptcy if they don't win this round. They're going to have to save after this. Both sides investing so much. It's like watching your kid grow up. What Limitless is doing, leaving these rounds so late, but they've somehow brought it back. They look the side able to continue to make some progress here.
Legacy going up cat super quick here.
And I love this play from Sandman. The ability to just understand the moment and get out. And he gets 1, gets the 2nd, gets the 3rd. Can he find 4? He barbecues down to 8 HP. But the hard work is done.
Oh, they hit him with another Molotov. He's dead, guys. He burnt him alive already.
And DJF finding an unsuspecting Brazilian. Now a 3v1, all the work needed by Saad. Looks like he is going to get the plant down, so they're going to be able to... Their money's not going to be as bad with the round loss bonuses. They'll be able to potentially do something. Oh my gosh, but he finds one.
Don't do the jump. Don't
Finds
do the jump.
two.
Oh no. Can he hit it?
He finds
No.
three. Absolute insanity from Saad.
Oh man, I can't believe he wins that 1v3. He makes it look so easy.
If there was ever a moment where the improbable could happen, where the impossible could happen, it was right there. That flick onto the first kill and just following it up with the cherry on top.
And credit to Seb too. He hit that first shot. If he had one teammate alive when he hit it, that definitely could have been a Limitless round.
I mean, you gotta feel for Limitless, man. You gotta feel for him. Slowly just trying to work their way back. They have a 3v1, but...
And this guy, Sandman, he got another 3K that round and couldn't convert it for his team.
Sandman is trying to do it all, but to your point, just not enough there in the tank. And I feel like that round might be the one that breaks the camel's back. A full save here outside of some deagles. They go all the way down to $100, actually. Every player's broke.
Yeah, they full bought into this. No utility, only smoke on, what, Cyrex? And he's not even here to stop this rush.
Yeah, it felt like a bit of a hero play, and the B-bomb side going to be completely broken open. 10-6 is all but a given. And you got to look back into that round. I mean, a 3v1. Saad's not on the most HP, but he somehow pulls that round out, and it just deflates all the momentum in the Limitless balloon.
And it looks like they're going to opt to save here. They do have armor and pistols, so they can bring this into the next round and try something with their team. Maybe go for a stack. But it will be another legacy round.
Yeah, saving here makes a ton of sense, especially with there not being much left to play with, not many rounds to play for. You're going to have to try to squeeze out as many high-quality rounds with high-quality equipment as you can. But
and
man,
DJF going down, losing another pistol. Definitely should have brought that into the next round, considering that he did have armor too.
Yeah, man, we got to go back to that 3v1. I wish we had an instant replay. That was a round and a half, but...
Yeah, those are some super clean shots coming in from him.
And now they have to go for a full save. They don't even have the money. They have to give up 11 rounds here because the money on the side of the CTs just in absolute tatters. Saad going straight down mid, just trying to find a peek, trying to find something. 3 stack towards catwalk, trying to do something a little bit differently. But I mean, with very limited weaponry and no body armor, no Kevlar, no helmet, these bullets are going to penetrate.
They're just walking up on him like a viper. They're about to strike.
But who strikes first? Right on the edge of that smoke. Lotto misses nothing. And that is going to be another bomb site completely wide open.
And look how composed this here. They're just walking into the angles. They're not taking anything, you know, like they're not going crazy over this. They get the first one, they slow it down, and then they just let the kills come to them.
And that is exactly what's happening. Saad picks up 2 more. He's been having a heck of a game. Demal on 18 kills. Barton on 19 kills. It is a killing spree right now. And this is going to be a huge round. I mean, this might be the last gun round we see tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the side of Limitless. If they can't find a way to get Cyrex and Tinder turned up, it's going to be a tough one to come back and win here. But you'd have to say on the side of Limitless, that T side was actually, to be able to get 4 rounds, and you think a couple of rounds they probably could have done better. That is some positives to take away, a little silver lining to take into the next matchup that they have.
Yeah, I would love for Limitless. Like, they had so many good rounds where they're able to get into the site pretty easy, but then they take too many fights towards the end. And oh, it looks over here towards B. It looks like Legacy. They're just going to stack towards B and just fully execute.
Yeah, and the molly's coming in. That's a very well-timed molly, but that's not going to stop. He has no clue the players are already out. And that's going to be another bomb site basically clear, but Do they
Poor
play for the
DJ,
tie?
left alone on an island by himself. Nobody can come in and help him. No flashbangs. Nothing. Nothing for this guy.
And the only thing they can do here is play for the tie. There's no way to get back into that bomb site. Once that B bomb site is completely broken, it's like trying to break into a Brinks truck to get back through those doors in that window, and it's not even worth it. They elect to go for the save and get one more hero round in to bring this game back, but Lotto slowly on the hunt.
Yeah, unfortunately, they have to play for overtime here.
Looking like
It's going to take everything they have to pull this one back. But again, I still think they can do it. They're not out yet. They're not out.
I don't know, man. That 3v1 round was just such a backbreaker, and that's one of those rounds where, you know, if Limitless win that, it's an 8-7 score line instead of a 9-6, and every round after that just looking like a complete steamroll. They're gonna need almost a miracle to get back into this one, but maybe Sandman can pull a rabbit out of the hat, or maybe some sand out of his pockets here. He pulls out some magical sand and maybe gets
throw some
something.
of that sand into their eyes at this point.
Oh my goodness. Got to do something, right?
And look at this. They're already up cat. They're going to catch him off guard, and they do.
And he is completely caught out. Cyrex just not up to the task today. Oh, and Dumao, he knows he wasn't spotted. He almost gets another one for free.
Tinder definitely just stopped that rush coming in from Legacy.
Oh,
Because
that was
if he
huge.
died there,
Huge.
DJ would have got ran over.
Oh, yeah. He saved that entire site, gives them the opportunity. And Legacy slows it back down and works towards mid, but there's not going to be anyone there for them to peek. Oh, it's
Seb going on a hyper aggressive, losing his life for no reason. They're leaving his team in a 3v4 situation.
I mean, losing long right there is probably the worst thing that could happen, considering you always want to keep long, and Sandman's going to have his work cut out for him. Another player goes down, and as soon as he peeks, he's going to be cleaned up, and all up to DJF at a 1v3. DJF,
Tinder.
if DJF has anything left, he needs to use it now, but Niquez is on the op, and he goes down. 13-6 score line, Hollow. That is going to be your game. Legacy taking both maps tonight off of Limitless in a pretty one-sided affair. What are your thoughts on that, Hollow?
Man, I truly believed in them on Dust 2. They had it. There was a lot of good rounds coming in from Limitless, but they just didn't have enough gas in the tank to push them forward on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. I felt like there were some very interesting rounds out of the side of Limitless. They had some opportunities to really make this game close and make Legacy sweat a little bit. You know, that 1v3 that Saad hit, if Sadzin doesn't get that 1v3, we're talking about a completely different game. But to go back to Lotto, our player to watch for the tournament, for the match here, and he played some very good CS on both matches, drops 14 kills on both maps, and solid KD, solid ADR. What do you have to say about this guy?
He really didn't have to do much. I mean, his team was just going absolutely crazy at a certain point. I mean, Dumao, what? How many rounds in before we noticed he had 15 kills?
I think Dumao had 15 in like maybe 7 rounds. It was insane.
He was absolutely fragging out. So I mean, he didn't have to do much.
Yeah, I mean, it was, to your point, business as usual for Legacy. If you're Limitless, you're going to have to go back to the drawing board. They're going to have to figure out how to make some maps. But I will say, Dust 2 was a map where they were able to get some sort of momentum. And maybe that's something that, you know, they might want to go to and play again against some of the sides that are struggling more so in the league. But what do you think?
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, I feel like they realized at a certain point, like, wait, guys, we know how to aim.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Like, especially Sandman, he was popping off. He was hitting everything for his team. And that goes like, okay, confidence goes a long way, especially when you're playing Counter-Strike. And if his team could have showed just a little bit more confidence, because it felt like Tinder, it feels like he is the sub. I'm assuming he's the sub. He played a little shaky, but he tried to play his role. If they just had one more person with Sandman popping off, I think they could have definitely got more rounds.
Yeah, I agree. They could have made it a little bit close for comfort, but either way, all of these ifs don't mean anything because Legacy takes both maps, and that's going to be it for myself and my colleague Hollow. Until next time, guys, thank you for having us here. And as always, come the impossible.